Hey, where's all my Capricorns at? Come on in, let's do your energy forecast. Hi there, my name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee, and we're currently looking at the sign of Capricorn for the week of April 30th through to May the 6th. So we are starting off using Nature's Whispers Oracle. This card is going to give us our overarching theme for the week ahead. This is your thread of energy that underlies everything going on this week. I will switch to a different deck. In fact, I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, and that card will help us break down your week just a little bit further. But let's get started here with Nature's Whispers, asking your guides, angels, and loved ones just to come on in here and give me a hand, leading me toward the message that you need to hear this week. And for you, we have make a decision, Capricorn. What's it gonna be? Left, right, or are you gonna continue down the center line, right? Because no decision is still a decision. So the story that's coming in my head, which is so funny because I actually just shared this at the church last week while I was doing the inspired speaking, something about the road is littered with flat squirrels who couldn't decide whether they were going left or right. So keep that in mind. You don't want to get flattened by life. Take control. You are empowered more than you know in this situation, Capricorn. I truly feel that. You feel helpless and alone. I get that, but you're not. It's an illusion. It's a narrative you've got going on in your head that's not actually accurate, because you are never, ever, ever without assistance from your divine team. Now listen, you have to acknowledge their presence. You have to invite them in to help you. And if you're anything like me, you know, we tend to forget until it's that down on my knees begging for help kind of stuff. But you don't have to be, right? If you're struggling with a simple decision, ask them for guidance. Ask them for signs and symbols to direct you forward at this time. They're happily going to comply and give you the guidance that you need. You have but to ask, Capricorn, all right? And it's not that you don't know how. I actually feel like you do. The story that I've got in my head for whomever this reading belongs to is you do know how to ask, but you're a little bit like me, and you sometimes forget to ask sort of in time before things get to crisis point. Right? All right, let's see how this week is breaking down a little bit. Look at this. We're starting off with Wise Leader. I told you you knew. I knew you knew. You know what I'm talking about. And this is also about you sharing that wisdom this week, Capricorn. You're a pretty smart cookie. You're sort of born old right off the bat, right? And that old inner wisdom that you carry within you allows you to be a leader should you choose to be. And listen, it doesn't matter if you consider yourself a leader or a follower. Sometimes you'll be a little bit of each. Sometimes you'll be more of a leader. Sometimes you'll be more of a follower. This is the advice I've always given my kids. I don't care what position you're in, leader or follower. What I do care about is that if you're in leader position, it's your responsibility to be a good leader. If you're in follower position, it's your responsibility to find a good leader. All right, so keep that in mind as you're moving forward, Capricorn. I just feel like you are providing leadership this week, and I just feel like there's some encouragement going on. And this might be that decision that you have to make. Are you going to step up and be a leader? And if you are you going to be able to be mindful of the responsibilities of the position? All right, what do we got towards the middle of the week? Yeah, grounding yourself, going deep and exploring your roots. Now, I do have a bit of a tale going on about some of us not knowing who we are, where we come from, or not having a strong connection to our past. And I feel like that's where we're going with this for you, Capricorn, of really you allowing yourself to take that journey of discovering into who you are, not just by where you come from, who your parents, great-grandparents and stuff like that were, but who you are as you're showing up in this lifetime. What are you doing? Right? What is your legacy going to be? If you were to die tomorrow, what is your legacy? What have you been able to say that you can look back on when you arrive on the other side and you're going through your life review? What are you going to be able to look back on and say, I got to do that, right? I had a hand in that. I was a part of that. What's that saying? Live like you were dying? Yeah, do that. All right, this is what this is encouraging. Go deep, explore your roots, but explore who you are, Capricorn. Allow for the journey, allow for that curiosity. I get the sense that the ones that I am speaking to today, the ones that are resonating with this reading, will understand when I say I get your hesitation. You're a little bit afraid about what you might discover, but there's nothing to be afraid of. You are a beautiful pure spiritual being. As a human being, you may have made choices and decisions you're not especially proud of, and you might have regretted. But listen, there's no real wrong decisions. There's no wrong way to do things. There's lessons is what there is, right? So if you can look back at those things that you regretted or wished you hadn't done, same thing, you can look at it and say, okay, what did I learn from that? And then you're ready to move on. You've got that lesson under your belt and carry on, right? So allow for that. Allow yourself to go deep and discover you, Capricorn. And then how are you wrapping up your week? Look at this. You're going to find miracles. Capricorn, what a promise from the universe that is, right? So you're going to make a decision, right? This week is all about making decisions, not sort of straddling the yellow line. You are going to allow yourself to step into that leadership position, understanding your responsibilities in that position. You are going to allow yourself to explore who you are, what that means to you. Where's your roots? Who do you want to be as you express yourself in this world, in this lifetime? And then you get to expect the wondrous to appear. That's brilliant. I love this. So you're making room for miracles in your life, Capricorn. I beg of you to at least try it. Try going within. Spend a few minutes a day with yourself, just quietly with yourself. I promise you, do it for 21 days. 5 minutes a day, just sitting with yourself for 5 minutes a day, not allowing yourself to sort of problem solve, fix things, worry about things. Just sit with your energy, focusing on your breath every time your mind strays, back to focusing on your breath. And I promise you, 21 days, and you're going to start to feel a shift taking place. All right, Capricorn, if you want to know more, just look me up at intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you here next week. Blessed be everyone.